And the police state ends with me. And we've made it one more day. Now, I read this comment online about the Bartlesville Police. And this is not a new comment. It's actually been several years since it's been posted online. But it just reinforces that the many problems we have with Bartlesville, Oklahoma Police State that has gone on for many, many years, it just reinforces that. And I'm not saying that I endorse this comment or that I necessarily agree with everything in it, but I will say this. It shows years of concerns, and it still goes on to this day. So the comment reads as this, quote, "You forgot a few more crimes perpetrated by police. 2 years ago, officer pleads to stealing drugs from evidence room. 1.5 years ago, DPD, I'm assuming that's Dewey Police Department, and BPD, which that's the Bartlesville Police Department, officers wreck while drag racing. 1 year ago, officers wreck while speeding on Tuxedo, not on a call, just driving too fast for no reason. 3 dead drug dogs, all from negligence that would have seen any of us, meaning citizens, facing charges." And that's just the stuff we know about. I did a study a while back and found BPD officers were twice as likely to be caught committing crimes as a citizen. And you know what is to blame? The Patriot Act. They have too much power. End quote. Now, folks, it is clear to me there have been problems for many, many years with Bartlesville police corruption and brutality and excessive force. And we have to ask ourselves, why do the 5 city council members, supposedly elected officials, responsible for the Bartlesville police, continue to cover for them and allow these problems to persist and grow? Why? Now, I've come aware, and you may be aware as well, of some of the horrific police brutality claims against the Bartlesville police that have happened just in the past few years. We're talking about the police breaking people's legs and then tasing them. We're talking about using, against unarmed citizens, using police cruisers as weapons, running them down, then getting out of the car and then tasing them. We're talking about beating handcuffed citizens. These are accusations that are in the courts. So they're just beyond somebody saying this. You can go search it. You don't have to take my word for it. Sickening. Just sickening. And now I understand that Oklahoma laws are crazy in the sense that cities under normal police excessive force, Oklahoma law doesn't allow cities to be sued for that because their policy says you're not supposed to do it. So if a police officer crosses that line, then cities are off the hook. But not in all circumstances, of course. And that goes back to when I said that when this really hits the fan and a big, huge, multi-million, $10 million of lawsuit is lost, it'll fall to the taxpayers, to us, the citizens, to pay for that. Folks, we've got serious problems. Again, as I posted yesterday about these elected officials using these Bartlesville police as their hired guns. They apparently want them to be doing these things, to be treacherous, to be treasonous, to be tyrannical, and going after citizens like this, especially citizens that they don't want running for city council because these people want to stay in power. These 5 city council members up there are unanimously voting for these things, for the support, for them to, you can go back and watch the videos, for them to unanimously take your vehicle, to unanimously take your property. Again, they're not going to do this. They do not do this to everyone. Everyone that's watching this video, when you say I'm saying this, they're doing it to everyone, you're lying. You know you're lying. I'm saying they're doing this not to the well-connected people, the wealthy people, the large corporations, and the people that work for the large corporations. They're not doing it to their friends and family and co-workers. They're doing it to the rest of the citizens, the chattel, the ones they can get over on. I'm not saying they're stopping and frisking everyone, and they're raiding everyone's home and tearing their house apart, smearing mud on the walls, and abusing everyone. I'm saying they're abusing the rest of us, not the police state ruling class, not the people that are the corporations, or they work for a corporation, or they're well-connected, or they are wealthy, or they're a friend, family, or co-worker of the Bartlesville Police or the city. I'm not saying they're doing it to them. So saying, well, they haven't done it to me, I'm friends with them, they're good people. Or I work with them, they're great people. Well, they're not doing it to you. Of course they're not doing it to you. They can't go around doing it to the people that if they filed a complaint that people would listen. They got to do it to people like me, to all these other people that I'm hearing from. And like I said, I'm not just hearing from people that are saying these things to me. I'm hearing from people saying, I have a lawsuit pending. This is going to get addressed. It may take time, but we'll find out eventually why these 5 Bartlesville City Councils, other than their desire for fascism and keeping power, is there a for-profit or a kickback system from the jails here, or sending them out to the prisons? Is there a kickback system going on? Is there a monetary reason for this? Is it just a power trip? Is it just a psychopathic and sociopathic power trip, or is there a monetary kickback system going on? I know I read in Examiner Enterprise, because they care so much, that they were all worried about the jail losing money because there's been a law now passed that says they can't overcharge prisoners for phone calls. Well, who cares about the jail? Seriously. I mean, we're supposed to care about these citizens. If they're being overcharged, then the jail's been mistreating them all along. I'm not concerned about the finances of the jail. How about you put less people in jail? How about you educate? Well, there's no reason why Oklahoma has to be a world record police state. Put more women in prison. You can go back and watch that video with a world record police state. More women in Oklahoma per capita are in prison than any state in the United States or any country in the entire world. We are a world record police state when it comes to treating our women like this. And in the United States of America, more sexual assaults happen on women than in just one of our prisons than any other prison in the United States of America. What in the world are we doing? But is it even we? I mean, I'm going to get off this topic today because I'm getting upset and I don't feel well. But is it even we? I mean, in Bartlesville, it's not we. I mean, there's people sitting on the city council that have never run against a candidate, and when a candidate tries to run, they send the police after them. The corporations or the city council members, whoever's really the head of all this. We know it's Mike Moore and James Brazel that sicked them on me. At least that's what police say. But we also know that the city council's going along with it and covering it up. But we don't have free and fair democracy and elections in Bartlesville. We know when we say it's happening, it's not our citizens' fault, because we don't get a chance to pick our candidates here. And who would ever, I mean, it's going on a year here in a couple of days that I've been dealing with this. My life is over. Over. I'll never get another job again. There'll always be people that call me a criminal because of what they've done to me. I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. And I'm not asking for sympathy. And I'm still a happy-go-lucky person because I just choose to be. But I'm telling you, these people, I mean, who would ever run for city council after knowing what they've done to me? And that's what they do. That's what they do. They discourage everyone and they go after them. They put them in jail for no reason, and they detain them for no reason, like they did me. Make fun of them. I mean, I'm a pariah to my neighbors. My neighbors think that I am a criminal. That's what they did when they held me out in my front yard and made fun of me in front of my neighbors and blocked off with their cars, blocked off the neighbors' driveways and wouldn't let them leave. And then they all came out and were talking to him. Oh, we're dealing over here. We'll let you leave in a little bit. And blocked off and cordoned on. And they wanted my neighbors to know that they were doing this to me. Make me look like a criminal. My life is over. If I move anywhere in the whole world, there'll always be this on my record. Everyone will always think, oh, here comes a criminal moving into our neighborhood. But I own this house here in Bartlesville, and I don't plan on moving. So it comes down to this, because I can't move even if I wanted to. These people are psychopaths, and there's probably a kickback system going on here. Now, I better get off this, but I just say, we'll keep bringing this to light. Now, if it'll happen now, it'll happen 20 years from now. It's coming to light, and I'm not going to stop. And this fascist Bartlesville, Oklahoma Police State, we'll bring it to an end eventually, and we'll try to get back to inappropriate police activities rather than stealing, abusing civil and human rights, and feeding off the community. It's sickening. Check my time there. I know I'm going long. I hope people can bear with the fact that my stress level has gone up. I live second to second. What they did to me, just coming down here, stealing from me, and then coming back armed with 6 people with guns, and a 7th living 15 seconds away from me, 2 doors down. And I live every minute knowing within 15 seconds someone could kick in my door and shoot and kill me every second for almost a year now. I want you to think that through. You're not safe in your own home. I try to be an extremely objective person. And objectively, I'm just working to live my life. And I'm happy, and I go about my daily life. But also objectively, I have to know that I have a organized criminal group that have done this to me before and could do it again at any moment, any second. It is. They are domestic terrorists. They are terrorizing citizens, and not just me, but definitely me. They are terrorists. And that is the correct term. And I'm telling you, the police state ends with me. Now, that said, I'll see you tomorrow.